So how do we work better as a team and better lead teams, knowing that we need to value uniqueness in people? I'm going to give you a few tips today on how to do that. The first way to work better together is to lose assumptions and judgments. We must lose assumptions and judgments to enable yourself to see beyond your own thoughts, beliefs, and experiences. Because again, what got you here is your own thoughts and experiences. And we know what assuming does, right? Let's not make assumptions and let's work to get rid of them. I want to tell you a story. I'm going to give you an example. I want to tell you a story about a young man named Jonathan. Jonathan was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy at 18 months old, and his parents were told he wouldn't live past 2 years old. But with the help of his family, he defied odds and recently celebrated his 43rd birthday. But who Jonathan is and his experiences over the course of his life are different from what you might expect. You would assume that physically his life has been hard, that he's had to be hospitalized, that he's been close to death a couple of times. And those assumptions would be correct. But if you haven't had experiences with someone like Jonathan, you might also assume that his physical disability affected his mental capabilities. But that's not correct at all. Jonathan graduated from NC State University as a traditional student on campus. He has a degree in finance. He started the North Carolina Electric Wheelchair Hockey Association, giving people in wheelchairs the opportunity to play competitive sports throughout the United States and Canada. When he was done with that, he then decided to start his own business, a financial planning business that he still runs today. So looking at Jonathan, you would not assume that he's done all of these wonderful things while battling a neuromuscular disorder. You would probably assume that he would have little contributions to a work team or that he might not be an asset to a team just by looking at him. But if you ask Jonathan his story, you'll see the value that he brings to any team that he's a part of. And his story can help you to break any biases or assumptions that you may have regarding people with disabilities.